This is the reason why you feel lonely. This is the reason why basically almost everyone feels lonely. And it's about disconnection. Once I was in school and I locked myself into the bathroom. I locked myself because I felt lonely. I felt like no one could understand me. I felt like no one really saw me as I am. In that time, I felt very lonely in my life. I had people around me. That's the funny thing. I had people around me, but I never felt seen by them. I never felt like I was really part of something. I felt lonely inside. And I wanted just to disappear. There were so many days I just wanted to disappear. Why is it that we all feel so lonely? The world in these days is made for connection. We have social media, we can write, we can connect to everyone in the world. We can connect with everyone basically. But we're all disconnected. How is it possible? Through social media and endless content, we see the lives of others. We can see and follow every person on the world. The problem with this is that we ignore our own lives. Because the modern world promotes perfection. We look at all those celebrities, all those influencers, and we see their lives and we think to ourselves like, wow, they have such a great lives. Why not me? And of course we compare. It's natural to compare. We get jealous, we get envious because we want that life too. We want to look like them. We want also $30 million and spend it on a yacht. We want all those stuff because their lives look like action. Their lives looks like fun, like aliveness, which we lack in our lives. That's why we're jealous of it. Now the problem is we want to know so much about those people. We want to know everything about our favorite celebrity, but we don't want to know everything about ourselves. And that's the problem. Our lives are messy. Our lives are imperfect. Our lives are up and downs. But everything we see on the internet, on Netflix, wherever, those lives seem to be perfect. They seem to be beautiful. Whilst ours are not like that. And of course, the reality is that everything you see on social media and on television and wherever, it's all staged, it's all scripted. Of course, they want to show you, us, the best part of themselves. But their lives are messy as well. Their lives are imperfect as well. We compare and we stay in this comfort of numbing ourselves by looking at others' lives instead of our own life. You might ask yourself now, why should I embrace my own life if my life is imperfect? If my life is messy? If my life is painful? If I don't want to look at it? Why should I look at it? Why should I embrace it? Because if you ignore it, you get miserable. That's quite funny, I know, but I will repeat it. By ignoring your imperfect and messy and maybe painful life and feelings, you will get more pain. You will get more miserable. By avoiding it, the loneliness arises because you don't even know yourself. You are numbing yourself with all those stuff around you, with social media, with Netflix, with all those stuff. You don't even have the time, the capabilities, the energy to look at yourself and get to know yourself. Because we exactly know that our feelings, our thoughts can be scary, can be painful. But this is the exact thing you should embrace. It is like a drug, actually. Imagine social media, Netflix, and everything like a drug. When you take it, when you look at all those stuff, you'll feel a high, you'll feel wow, wow, great, 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 great. Afterwards, after it, in moments of silence, when you don't watch Netflix, when you don't watch social media, do you actually feel good? Like, please be honest. Do you actually feel alive, fulfilled? Do you actually feel good, happy? No, you don't. Because it is like a drug. You're at this high and then it drops and you're back on your default state, which is like painful. So what are you doing? You take the drug again, 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 again. And because social media and Netflix and all those stuff is so easy to get, it is easy to get. It has no like health concerns in that sense. You take it and take it and take it and take it. It is like a drug basically. So you have this craving all the time, but and you want it. You have the high. Afterwards, you always feel terrible. This is the reason we're disconnected from the people around us, because we are disconnected from ourselves. We need to connect ourselves back. We need to be connected to ourselves so we can connect with all the others around us. We are literally in a war of disconnection. We are in a crisis of disconnection. And especially the pandemic worsened it all. People cannot talk to each other in the street. People cannot hold eye contact. People cannot comprehend and understand feelings of others because they are not understanding their own feelings. Do you realize how big this is? We as humans, we are social animals. We need to build groups, have tribes. We need to connect with others. We need to have bonds with others. We need to have trust in others. And we are losing it every day because instead of talking to a human being, instead of looking at your own heart, you look and swipe, or you watch movies or series, whatever. Do you not see how big this is? This is the reason for loneliness. Why do we have a mental health crisis? Why do everyone feel lonely these days, despite the fact we can observe each other's lives 24/7? Why is that? Because of the reasons I told you about. It's exactly because of that. So how to fix this? How to cure loneliness? And you might already know it because I said it in this video. Connect with yourself. Get to know yourself. How you do it? Ask yourself basic questions for the beginning, like you would talk with another person and you want to get to know the other person. Have you ever actually asked yourself, what do I like? What do I actually like? What is it? What is actually my favorite movie? What is it that I feel? How do I feel today? What do I appreciate in another person? With who do I want to be friends with? Basic questions. Ask this yourself, and I mean it, this is serious. How do you want to understand and connect with others if you cannot understand yourself and connect with yourself? This is fucking huge, man. This is huge. We're disconnected from ourselves, which leads that we're disconnected as a society, as people, as a human species. This is fucking huge. And I want to change that. I want to change that with those videos. I am looking for people who see that, who feel lonely, but they see that there is more in life. They feel the aliveness. They see that connections are powerful, that they are beautiful, that they are sacred. I am looking for those people. And I want to change the people around me because what I'm seeing is scary. And what I've experienced through connecting with myself, living according to my heart, it's beautiful. The connections I've made, the experiences I had with other people, as well with just myself. When I look back, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. And I'm so glad that I started to change. I'm so glad that I embraced my messy and imperfect self in order to get beautiful experiences. Beautiful experiences. So, if you watched this video so far, please be aware of the seriousness of this. Be aware of our crisis, because you know that I'm right. You know that people feel lonely and that people are disconnected. You know that. You feel it. So let's start this change together. Let's look inwards and let's stop numbing ourselves and avoiding ourselves. And instead, let's start to embrace ourselves in order to embrace the sacredness and the beautiful connections we can have with each other.